As you probably know, the Summer Updates 2024 inside of ERLC will be coming extremely soon. That's why inside today's video, I'm going to be going through every single thing we know about these summer updates, including when this update will come, and a couple things that will maybe be inside of this update. Alright, so we're going to start off by looking at the Police Roleplay Community Twitter page, or X, whatever you call it, does not matter. So the first thing that they posted that mentioned the Summer Update 2024 was this little video right over here. It was kind of like a little cinematic, but if you watch it well, you can see that there's absolutely nothing that is new inside of this video. The only thing that was actually really interesting was knowing what the Summer Updates 2024 logo was right over here, and there was two things that were really interesting in this. The first thing was that there was an S to the word updates, meaning that there was going to be more than one summer update. There was also this bullet above the word summer, meaning that we were going to have some sort of gun revamp, which I will be talking about pretty soon. They also posted this calendar here, and as you can see on this calendar is separated in week 1, week 2, and week 3. In week 1, you can see this GFX, which I will be talking about right now. So their GFX is right over here above their Twitter page, so this is where I'm going to be looking. So yeah, as you can see pretty clearly, the first thing that you see is that there's a prisoner transport bus. This prisoner transport bus is probably going to be looking like the gas and go tanker in the front, and is going to be looking like the medical bus on the fire department team in the back, of course with those same kind of school bus doors. But instead of those beds, it's going to be actual seats. There was a lot of things that people were seeing in this GFX, and I will be talking about the main ones, but yeah, I don't think all of them are true, so I'll be telling you guys which ones I think are true and which ones aren't true at all. So the first thing was this arm, who was sticking out of the prisoner transport. A lot of people were saying that the barrel of this gun was pretty thick, and they thought there was going to be silencers. In this other version of the GFX, you can see this guy who also has a gun, who looks like he has a silencer. But I don't know why ERLC would add a silencer. Like, what would that do inside of the game? Maybe it would make the guns look different, but other than that, there would be no utility at all, and I don't think it would change that much. So honestly, I don't think there's going to be silencers coming, and if there are, it wouldn't be a very big part of the update. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, since it is kind of like a gun update. The other thing that people were noticing were these little black rectangles on the sides of these two Tahoes right over here. Now, people were saying that these were pillar lights, which are basically, this is what they look like in real life, okay? They're basically these lights that are, you know, on the sides of the windows on the trunk, and yeah, they just look really cool, and I honestly think that pillar lights would be coming inside the ERLC update, since I don't know what else these little black rectangles would be on the sides of the Tahoes. And I mean, ERLC has been adding a bunch of new light bars and stuff to police vehicles, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're also adding pillar lights. Now, the last thing that we'll be talking about over here in this GFX is that quote-unquote massive warehouse behind that store next to the sheriff office. Right now, we're in game, and as you can see, if I go in the exact angle, or you know, the approximate angle, you can see that I can replicate the exact same image, and as you can see, it's just a house. It's just a house, and it's not a warehouse. It looks like a warehouse since there's that tree that's separating the part where the house gets a bit smaller than the rest of the house. So it looks like one big warehouse, but it's actually just a very big house that's kind of separated into parts. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing, but it's fine. We have a bunch of other stuff that might be coming. All right, so back to the calendar here. As you can see, we have week 1, week 2, week 3. So this summer update will be separated in 3 parts in the next 3 weeks. Now, when will the first week be? Either on Friday or Saturday. Well, if we hop in their Discord over here, as you can see, this is the video from before, useless video. According to our calendar, the 3-part summer updates begin just next week. Check back soon. You do not want to miss this action-packed update. So as you can see here, he just posted the same calendar photo, but Mr. Fergie basically said on June 22nd, which was last Sunday, so that was last week, he said that next week was going to be the first update week, which is this week right now. Now, for the past couple of days, I thought the update was going to come out, since we had a bunch of developers. We had Mr. Fergie, and we had the community manager, what's his name again? Oh my god. Lost Infinity online at the same time, and I thought the update was going to come. But I just realized, why would they put the update in the middle of the week? They're probably going to put it on the weekend. So I think it's either going to be coming Friday or Saturday, not Thursday, so yeah, probably Friday or Saturday. I'm guessing mostly Saturday, probably 70% chance it's Saturday, 20% chance it's Friday, and 10% chance it's Sunday. But yeah, so this weekend we're gonna have the prison bus as well as probably the pillar lights and some other police customization thingies. But I also have a lot of theories of my own, so that's what we're gonna be checking out right now. So the first theory that I think is gonna happen is that we're going to have a revamp of all the doors inside other departments and other buildings. As we already know, the doors in the police department were changed to actual doors that can open when police officers pass through them. Now I think this will expand to other buildings such as the sheriff office and a lot of other buildings as well, since that's a pretty easy update to do. The other thing that I think might happen are those doors at the fire department, who basically fire engines can just cross or traverse through them, which is not realistic. I think they're going to change those doors into the same ones we have right now at the prison, which they changed in the most recent update. So yeah, I definitely think, those doors like that will be changing into the same doors as the prison, because honestly, the animation on the prison looks really cool. Now, in some servers, if you go to the car dealership, you can see some civilian vehicles with what looks like to be a trailer hitch. Now, I'm not too sure if this is an actual trailer hitch or if it's just for decoration, but this could be leading to equipment trailers, which we already have on the police team, but on the civilian team. So that would be really cool, having those trailers for civilian vehicles. Of course, nothing too big, but it's still really cool to have. That's something that I think is pretty easy to push out, so I think developers should be able to do that this summer update. Another thing that I think is going to happen is a lot of buildings having a new interior, especially these buildings in the middle of River City, where nothing has been going on in them for a really long time. Having some offices or apartments in these buildings would be so cool for so many role plays. So I think that at least one of these buildings is going to start having an interior. Talking about buildings in River City, we also have this building who's been here since the beginning of the game 5 years ago, or more than 5 years ago actually. And I think it's time for this building to retire once and for all. Now, I'm pretty sure they've been working on some kind of apartment building over here for a while, since this building has not changed, and the only other reason I would think that they just left this building like this was either they wanted to do this kind of like as a tribute to the old ERLC, which I don't think is the case, since we already know what the old ERLC looked like, and there's a bunch of copy games of ERLC where you can just look at the old map in it, or they're just way too lazy to change into a new building, which I don't think is the case, because I think they would make this a priority if that was the case. I think it's really supposed to be an apartment building, and they've been working on it for a very long time. If we go inside here in free cam, you can see that there's even this little spinning door that you normally see in hotels or in apartment buildings. So I definitely think this is going to be changing into some sort of an apartment building in the next summer update. The other thing that I think is going to be rolling out is more civilian vehicles and a revamp of some of the civilian vehicles. That means also brake lights for more civilian vehicles, which is also rolling out to more and more vehicles every single time they do an update. Another thing that they were talking about a couple months ago was changing the SWAT game pass, or doing a SWAT revamp. As you can see, the SWAT uniform or avatar, whatever you want to call it, the SWAT UGCs look absolutely horrendous, I should say. Look at the logo compared to the normal sheriff uniform and the SWAT uniform. What on earth even happened to that badge? Alright, so to end off this video, I'm going to try and predict when all of these stuff are going to come. So week 1, I think there's going to be the prisoner transport bus, as well as the new pillar lights on the police team, as well as some other things or revamps on the police team. Update week 2, I think there's going to be a full gun revamp, where we're going to have a total revamp of all the gun system. I also think there's going to be a bunch of bug improvements and, improvements with the doors and stuff like that. Update week 3, I think this is probably the least, the thing I'm, the least sure about, but I think there's going to be some sort of revamp with some sort of big building, maybe a new job, maybe a semi-trailer job, a delivery job, something like that. So I think update week 3 is going to really be based off buildings, since every summer update in ERLC so far has had some sort of update with buildings, especially, last year, summer update 2023, which is absolute trash. We still had some new buildings in Springfield. So I definitely think that, it's a reoccurring theme to have some sort of building update in every single summer update. So I think week 3 is going to have something to do with buildings. And I think update week 2 is going to have something to do with guns. bug improvements with the doors and all that kind of stuff. And I think update week 3 is going to be with the buildings. Of course, update 1 with the police team revamp, maybe with the SWAT revamp or whatever. And we're also going to have the prison bus revamp. The thing that tells me that we're going to have a SWAT revamp is because of not too long ago, I think I'm just going to go and check back on the Twitter page here so I don't say nonsense. But if I go back here, pretty far away, I suppose. Yeah, very far away, actually. More far away than I thought, so I'm still scrolling. When will I ever stop? Alright, so as you can see here, they posted this a while back, August 24th, 2023, where they said they were hiring a 3D modeler full-time plus remote. And as you can see here, they posted a literal image of a SWAT avatar as an example of what, whatever the 3D modeler should be able to do, which is basically all these kinds of SWAT, avatar items, which is absolutely crazy. Definitely pointing to us having some sort of, SWAT revamp. Now, we thought the SWAT revamp was going to come a while back, and clearly it hasn't. They also asked for these street lamps to be revamped. I'm pretty sure they're going to revamp the street lamps as well, because they're super old, and I feel like they're looking a bit rusty. So yeah, I definitely think they're going to be revamping some of these lights over here, so that would be part of the week 2 update. Now, they posted basically or almost the same thing over here on September 12th, 2023, where they also said they were hiring a 3D modeler again. I guess they just didn't find a 3D modeler yet. Doesn't look like a lot of people want to be 3D modelers for ERLC. I think they should. Pretty cool. But yeah, okay. So yeah, here's a few examples of what we need. Anything from luxury vehicles, armored vehicles, to fire engines. Armored vehicles, guys. Armored vehicle. How do they not realize that we are thinking of SWAT? 2 times did they post a kind of teaser or leak saying that they needed people who were able to do SWAT stuff. So I think it's pretty clear that we're going to have a SWAT update really, really soon, probably in the summer update part 1, I think, maybe. They also said fire engines, which is really cool because a lot of people are wanting this type of fire engine, which is like a really, really long trailer. And I think that's going to be coming since we've had trailers now, which kind of have the same system, same turning system as that type of fire engine. So I think that's really possible. Other than that, luxury vehicles, sure, okay, normal vehicles, blah, 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 that's fine. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Get us to 5,000 subscribers as soon as you possibly can, okay? I have a 500 Robux giveaway happening, and I also have a really, really cool video coming up. Yeah, I have a bunch of collabs with other content creators coming really, really soon as well, so do make sure to stay tuned for that. And if you do want to join the recording crew, then the link will be in the description down below. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching.